I started real young. I was probably 4 or 5, but I think it was just like any young boy. I was pretty active and did a lot of different things. But wrestling is something I just definitely gravitated towards. I would say my entire life. I liked a lot of sports. I like competing. I really like competing. And that's, I guess, with wrestling that makes it a little bit differently. You're the only one out there. If you lose, it's on you. If you win, it's on you in a way. And when it falls on you, it makes it, hey, what kind of work are you willing to put in to achieve at the level that you want to achieve? Yeah, I took my lumps. It was something that took a while for me to get figured out, but I enjoyed it. And throughout the process, I just got a little bit better. I qualified, once to the state tournament in high school, and really I think found my rhythm in college. I was surrounded by a bunch of individuals that worked extremely hard, were very tough, and just being in that kind of environment with a coaching staff that cared a ton about me, I think I've just finally blossomed and really hit my stride in college. I always liked coaching. My brother was just a few years younger than me. My senior year of high school, he was an 8th grader. And so even when I was in middle school, I'd go back and help with elementary practices, club practices, to same thing, high school to middle school. And then once I was in college and he was in high school, just something I was always back helping him with. And so for me, it was something I always knew I wanted to do. At what level, I didn't know. But I do remember, my college coach asking all the incoming freshmen when we were standing there at a workout, like, what are you going to major in? And I was like, my major is wrestling. Like, I came here to get an education, but I want to wrestle, and something I want to make a career in. So I always thought I'd be in coaching. I'm just fortunate to be able to live my passion every single day now. So I was lucky enough to get hired as the head wrestling coach at Bluffton High School in Indiana. That's in the northeast part of the state. And I was fortunate. The team wasn't ultra successful. There was a lot of beginners in there. I was a head high school coach, head middle school coach, head club coach. So a few different days a week, I'd go from one practice to the next practice to the following practice, on top of working all day. But I loved it. It wasn't a job to me, and I was just fortunate because I was able to make some mistakes, and nobody knew any differently because to them, they felt very fortunate to have me, and likewise, I felt very fortunate to have them. That ended up leading me to being the head assistant wrestling coach at Wabash College for 9 years, which I had an awesome mentor there in Brian Anderson, and really let me run with different things I wanted to do. And we had a lot of success there. We had my last 3 years, we brought home 3 straight NCAA team trophies, and that ultimately led me to Wheeling, West Virginia, and being the head coach at Wheeling Jesuit, to now, after 2 years there, being the head coach here. And I'm looking forward to doing big things at the Hilltop. The people that we have here and just the area, me and my wife love it here. We had some opportunities presented to us that could have led us away from here, but at the end of the day, West Liberty stuck out, and what we're, from one, raising a family, but then two, I think what we're capable of doing here, has all the right mixtures for success. Well, I think just passion. Again, it's not about coming in to work every day. It's about coming in and building upon just the successes that this place has had throughout the years for decades. So many just awesome people have came through here and put their life into this place, and now I get to come in and try to add that next layer. I think expectation-wise, with our team, a lot of them put down a lot of different things. They want to be top 10, and as a team, they want to do this. And I think really the expectations for the team and for myself is that we want to communicate at a high level, and we want to develop every day. And if we do those two things, it's going to lead us in the right direction. But then with that too, that we're investing in one another. And when we're taking that kind of investment mentality, that it's not about me and it's about us, then we're going to take another huge step. And then with that, just having fun with the process. If those first few things are part of the process and we have fun every single day, I think we're going to develop at an extremely quick rate, and which is ultimately going to get us to the finishes that we want to have, and that I think we're capable of having, and that this program's had in the past, and just duplicating that.